Hello everyone. So this time let's talk about ERPAT move. So ERPAT stands for Empowerment and Reaffirmation of Paternal Abilities. This is one of the services or one of the programs of the SWT, especially in addressing concerns regarding the uh, parenting abilities and skills of Filipino fathers. Next naman we have the MOVE or the Men Opposed Violence Everywhere. So in the Philippines, the cases of or the incident of domestic violence is high, wherein men are the common perpetrators and the common victims are um, women and children. Okay, so of course this is caused by some factors. May mga factors na kumbaga nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng domestic violence. So, in a country like ours, fathers are almost always the hardest to reach, both inside and outside the home, when it comes to childcare and development. So, in the Philippines or as Filipinos, we believe that parenting is women's responsibility, or some of us believe na ang pag-aalaga ng bata is a woman's responsibility. Though in fact, this is not just women's responsibility, this is actually a joint responsibility between husband and wives as both parents of the child or children. Okay? So, since part of our culture is kumbaga part of our culture as Filipinos is we identify men as the provider of the family. So they go to work, they earn for the family and provide the needs of the family. Kaya ito din yung isa sa mga nagiging dahilan kung bakit yung lalaki is limited ang kanyang parenting skills or parenting ability. Kasi nga hindi niya nalelearn yung dapat niyang matutunan, kasi nga pinopofocus natin siya sa pagtatrabaho and to earn for the family instead of kumbaga helping the father to earn knowledge about parenting. But since yun nga ang isa sa kultura natin na ang mga lalaki ang nagtatrabaho, at the same time yung mga mothers naman ang naiiwan sa bahay, supervise their children, take good care of their children, doing household chores, so ganun. Kaya yun din yung mga nagiging dahilan why men do not know how to provide care or to do some child care. Okay? Society's predefined role for the man of the house dictates that he just has to bring home the bacon and win the bread. So the same explanation a while ago. We believe that men is the one who is responsible of kumbaga providing the needs of the family, the basic needs of the family. Kaya siya minsan yung pinapatrabaho, and kumbaga sa kanya natin nilulook up yung pagpo-provide ng basic needs ng family. Okay? Effective and responsive fathering refers to how fathers perform his parental roles and responsibilities to his family. Okay? But somehow, unfortunately, hindi lahat ng fathers has this or na-achieve itong effective and responsive fathering. Kasi nga, minsan nafo-focus yung attention ng papa or ng father in going to work and provide the needs of the family. Okay? But when we say effective and responsive fathering, yung father na ay hindi lang nakafocus sa kumbaga pag-earn ng income, but of course nababalance niya yung time niya between family and work. Okay? Napo-provide niya yung needs ng family beyond financial needs. But of course, time, attention, care, and love. Okay? So such is the intention of empowerment and reaffirmation of paternal abilities. So in short, when we say ERPAT, the main goal or aim of this program is effective and responsive fathering. Okay? Ito ang gustong i-promote or ito ang gustong makitang outcome ng program na ito. So, saan nanggaling ang term na ERPAT? Okay? So, it is a colloquial term coined by the sons and daughters of 60s which gained popularity through the 70s. So, ERPAT is a colloquial term on how we, kumbaga, introduce or describe our father. So, di ba, yun nga, some Filipinos, they call their, or for example, in situations like they have their friends or peers visiting their home, they usually introduce their parents as mama ko, ermat ko, or erpat ko. Okay, but erpat is a word pater pronounced backward. Okay, pater or paternal. Okay, so that's the origin of the word ERPAT. So, ERPAT, or Empowerment of Reaffirmation and Reaffirmation of Paternal Abilities, aims to engage fathers to become effective and responsive. So, the same explanation kanina. So, simply put, father's role transcends from mere provider to one who shares parenting that includes providing care, attention, and affection to each member of the family. So, yun nga. The aim of this program is to educate or inform the fathers that their role in the family is not just mere provider, but of course may responsibility sila when it comes to the provision of love and care towards their family members, sa asawa at sa mga anak. Okay? So ERPAT also gives emphasis on eliminating traditional gender roles. So yun nga, kadalasan ang pagkakaintindi natin sa role ng mga babae at role natin mga lalaki is, kumbaga, tayo lang ang ating role is to provide the needs of the family. So in fact, that is also the role of women. Okay, that is also a role of women. So, kumbaga, gampanin din ng isang babae na i-provide yung basic needs ng kanilang family. Kaya nga, may mga babae na sila yung nagtatrabaho at naiiwan sa bahay yung asawang lalaki. Okay? So, in addition naman, isa sa, kumbaga, pagkakaintindi natin when it comes to childcare is responsibility yan ng woman, ng kababaihan. So, when we say childcare, again, that is a joint responsibility between men and women. Hindi nakasalalay sa babae yung, kumbaga, pagpo-provide ng love and care towards their children. So, it is a joint responsibility, therefore, men are also responsible in providing those needs of the family. Okay? So, we have this macho image nga, ang lalaki is hindi lang pagwapo or pamacho sa family, but of course, marami siyang dapat gampanan sa family. Okay? So, I'm sorry for that interruption. So, let's go back. So, like in any development program, project, or service activity and or strategy, ERPAT stands on the firm conviction and that fathers do need help to be able to perform their roles and responsibilities. So, since hindi lahat ng ama or hindi lahat ng fathers has enough na kaalaman when it comes to parenting or providing childcare, so kumbaga, ERPAT program is, kumbaga, the program that aims to supplement or give supplemental kumbaga sa is supplement in adding or developing fathers to become more responsible and effective fathers. Okay, kung may kakulangan sa kakayahan when it comes to parenting, so ERPAT is the program, the key kung paano mapupunuan yung kakulangan na yun. Okay, so MOVE, or Men Oppose Violence Everywhere. So that is why it is called ERPAT MOVE, because you should be the number one advocates in elimination of violence in your community or barangay. Okay, so men as the common perpetrators of violence, then they should also be the advocates in preventing or in eliminating violence in the community. Okay, so we have these legal basis. So ito yung mga some of the laws that kumbaga ginagawa nating basihan in doing or in implementing the sa pag-develop ng program na ito. Number one, we have the CRC, or the Convention on the Rights of Children. This is actually from the United Nations provision, the UNCRC. Okay, so isa ito sa mga batas na kumbaga nagpoprotekta sa karapatan ng kabataan, especially those who are kumbaga being abused. Next naman, we have the 1987 Constitution. We have the Family Code of the Philippines, the Child and Youth Welfare Code, or the PD 603. Then Anti-Violence Against Women and Children. Then we have the Special Protection of Children Against Child Abuse, Exploitation and Discrimination Act, or the Republic Act 7610. And of course, we have the Family Courts Act of 1997. So, ERPAT social development nature. ERPAT can be a lot of things for those who are involved. So, it is a community-based program. So, when we say community-based program, sinasagawa ang sessions ng ERPAT within the community lang. Okay? So, it should be kumbaga accessible and feasible for the members or for those people who are involved in this program. Kasi nga ang aim natin is kumbaga to lessen, to minimize or eliminate the violence, at the same time educate or empower fathers to become more responsible and effective fathers. Okay? But the problem, if ever na hindi sa community isasagawa ang sessions nito, kumbaga medyo mahihirapan tayo na i-reach ang goal nito. Kasi nga kung hindi sa community, and fathers will have to kumbaga travel and have to expend their money para sa pamasahe, so walang mag-a-attend. Okay, so the reason why it is set into community as kumbaga one of the community-based program, para mas accessible siya sa kumbaga community. At the same time, ang attendees naman is may ensure natin na mas marami. Okay? So ERPAT also serves as one of the interventions of Parent Effectiveness Service, or the PES, because it sees the significant roles of fathers in all aspects of child rearing and child caring. So fathers has kumbaga great roles for child development. Okay, so yun nga ang explanation ko in our class last time, na according to Urie Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. Okay, so we have this microsystem. Okay, microsystem, it involves the family. Okay, so ito yung system na pinakamalapit sa bata. At the same time, ito din yung system na kung saan mas may malaking impact sa child development, mas malaki yung influence na nakukuha ng bata from the family. Now, family, in our common definition, of course, it is composed of mother and father. Okay? Hindi nawawala yung ama, yung papa o yung tatay sa kumbaga tinatawag natin na family. At the same time, since kasali siya doon, so may role or may kumbaga mga gampanin siya na dapat gawin at kumbaga i-satisfy or mga gampanin na dapat gampanan, I mean, within the family. That involves providing child care, providing love for their children. Kaya nga 'di ba, um, yung mga bata na walang attention yung tatay sa kanila or hindi masyadong close sa tatay nila, they usually love their mother the most compared to their fathers, especially those fathers na hindi nakakapag-spend ng time with their children. At the same time, medyo nagkakaroon din ng kumbaga paghihirap yung mga papa in disciplining their children, especially pag hindi sila medyo close or magkasundo sa anak nila. Okay? So our children usually love their mother. It is because mas mataas yung time na nasuspend ng mother sa family nila. Depende na din yun sa kung paano hinahandle ng papa or ng tatay yung family situations or paano ba niya pinapadama sa mga anak niya yung pagmamahal niya. Okay? Because it doesn't mean naman na kumbaga limited lang yung time na suspend niya with his family, is wala talagang love yung mga anak niya sa kanya. So it's case to case basis actually. So ERPAT's objective, so general, we have to enhance and strengthen parenting capabilities of Filipino fathers in performing their tasks and responsibilities. So specific, to empower fathers by developing a positive concept of self. So, isa sa objective ng ERPAT is to empower fathers. Okay, empower fathers by developing a positive concept of their self. Yung pagkakaintindi nila sa sarili nilang role as father, pagkakaintindi nila sa mga responsibilities nila as father. Okay? To develop and enhance fathers' attitudes, knowledge, and skills on early childhood care and development. Preparing and equipping adolescent children in handling and meeting adult roles and responsibilities and raising children with high spiritual values. So, another objective of this program is to develop the attitudes and knowledge and skills of fathers when it comes to early childhood care and development. That's from infancy up to kumbaga infancy up to I cannot the specific age, but it is usually up to 7 years old, I think. Okay, so kasi doon mas kailangan ang atensyon ng ama, ng father when it comes to child care. Kumbaga katuwang siya ng kanyang asawa or kanyang partner sa pagbibigay o pagpo-provide ng love and care sa kanyang anak or mga anak. Okay? Kasi nga minsan especially pag baby pa lang or infant pa lang or during the infancy stage, 'di ba? Ito yung stage na kung saan medyo mahirap talaga i-perform yung role na parenting. Kasi masyado pang tawag nito, masyado pang complicated yung provision ng needs ng baby. At the same time, hindi lang yung bata yung nangangailangan ng kumbaga assistance, but of course the wife. Kasi nga syempre nagbuntis ng anak. So yung pag-aalaga naman ng bata, kailangan talaga ang kumbaga tulong ng father. Okay, especially like for example during at night, so biglang umiyak yung bata, so kumbaga dapat nagtutulungan yung mag-asawa in providing the needs and kumbaga the needs of the child. And at the same time, when you say early childhood care and development, so including the kumbaga pag-aaral ng anak, okay, yung mga kailangan niya physically, socially, spiritually, and other aspect ng child. So yun yung dapat matutunan ng isang ama. Okay? Another is after infancy, of course, nagkakaroon na ng sariling pag-iisip yung anak. Kumbaga nagkakaedad din yung bata. So the father should be there in kumbaga helping their children to understand kumbaga role transition, pagbabago ng role, pagbabago ng kumbaga pagkakaintindi ng bata sa kanilang role. So dapat na kumbaga doon papasok yung role ng papa or ng ama na mag-provide ng kumbaga enough guidance sa mga anak nila. Okay? Then next is raising children with high spiritual values. Okay? So to help fathers develop gender sensitivity and appreciation of partnership with their spouses in promoting and enhancing family life. So yun nga ang sinabi ko last time during our class na with the theory of Albert Bandura, the social learning theory. Okay? So dapat pinapakita ng mag-asawa or ng especially the father about what is gender sensitivity. Okay, isa yan sa dapat ipinapakita ng parents doon sa kanilang mga anak. Kasi we have this observational learning under Bandura's theory na kung ano yung nakikita nila sa family nila or sa parents nila, yun din yung kumbaga posibleng ma-adapt ng bata. At the same time, baka yun din ang gagawin niya when time will come na siya naman yung bubuo ng sarili niyang pamilya. So if abuses yung nawi-witness niya from his or her parents, so possibly yun din ang gagawin niya pag nagkapamilya siya. Okay? So another is when you say gender sensitivity or pag tinuturuan or pinapakita natin sa ating mga anak na ang role ng lalaki is to kumbaga just to provide the needs of the family, kumbaga pamacho or pagwapo lang sa family kasi nga yung mga anak na babae minsan yung naaatasan na gumawa ng gawaing bahay. Okay? So yun din yung pagkakaintindi, yun din yung magiging kumbaga interpretation ng especially batang lalaki sa role niya as men na hindi ko kailangan gawin ang mga gawaing bahay kasi nga lalaki ako. Okay? So unless if yung father and yung both parents will educate their male child or yung anak nilang lalaki na yung role mo as lalaki is hindi nakalimit sa kumbaga pag-provide kung ano yung needs ng family. Kaya nga minsan in some families or in some kumbaga parents talagang ini-engage nila yung mga anak nilang lalaki when it comes to gawaing bahay. Okay? Pagluluto, paglalaba, paglilinis ng bahay. Kasi nga mas kumbaga through that way mas napapaintindi nila sa mga anak nila na yung mga gawain yun or those actions are not just for women. Okay? It is actually a basic life skill or basic life knowledge. Ang paglilinis ng bahay is dapat matutunan ng both sexes, both genders. Okay? Hindi pwede na kumbaga kimo siya ang babae, so siya dapat ang maghugas ng pinggan. Siya ang babae, so siya dapat ang maglaba, tapos yung anak na lalaki nasa bahay lang nakaupo or anong ginagawa. Okay? Though some parents naman do tasking sa kanilang mga anak, like mga lalaki, kayo ang gagawa ng mga medyo mabibigat na gawaing bahay, like for example pagsisibak ng kahoy, and kumbaga pagpapanday, pagkukumpuni ng mga bagay-bagay sa bahay. At yung mga babae naman, they usually have this or they usually do laundry, dishwashing, and kumbaga house cleaning. So ganun din yung strategy ng ibang parents eh. Okay? So enhancing and strengthening positive and satisfying marital relationship, preventing violence at home, promoting shared parenthood, and planned family size. Next is to establish networks among fathers in the community and enhance their active participation and involvement, especially in establishing drug-free family, understanding and preventing HIV/AIDS in all forms of violence in the family. So, another of this ERPAT move, another objective is to establish networks among fathers within the community and have this kumbaga active involvement, especially in some advocacies, like for example establishing a drug-free family. 'Di ba, kadalasan sa mga family members na nai-engage or nai-involve into the use of illegal drugs are usually the fathers. Okay? So, that's why it is very important na sila din yung isa sa mga dapat i-target when it comes to the advocacy or when we want to promote drug-free family. At the same time, maliban sa sila yung kadalasang nai-involve, yung mga anak naman nila, especially they are kumbaga they have this or they have their engagement in different environment, they have their exposure in different environment, and of course the influence from those environment is kumbaga medyo delikado din, especially peers. So fathers, or through ERPAT move, or one of the objectives of ERPAT move is to educate the father on how to handle situations, like for example their children are involved in the use of illegal drugs. Okay? Next naman is understanding and preventing HIV/AIDS. So, isa sa family situations, especially in the Philippines, is kumbaga pagkakaroon ng mistress or pagkakaroon ng kabit. Okay? And sometimes ito din yung mga mga ganun, or yung father nagkakaroon ng engagement naman into prostitution, especially in some cases especially kapag nasa abroad yung asawa nila. Okay? So yan minsan yung mga dahilan kung bakit in a family or some fathers acquired some infections from other people or from other women. Okay? So it is important to educate them about HIV/AIDS para ma-prevent yung mga situations wherein hindi lang naman talaga ang papa or hindi lang naman papa yung magiging at risk, but also the entire family will be at risk if ever mahahawaan yung father ng mga ganitong infections. And of course, all forms of violence, either it is physical, sexual, psychological, or emotional, and other forms of abuse. So fathers must be educated about this one, especially we want to prevent the existence of or the incident of domestic violence in our community. So who are ERPAT's target beneficiaries? So The target beneficiaries of this program are males, all males who have or who need better knowledge, attitude, and skills on fathering, who are unable to cope with familiar responsibilities, and who fall under the following categories. Number one, generally fathers with 0 to 24 years old children. Okay, kasi during this stage, ito pa yung edad ng bata kung saan mas nangangailangan siya ng guidance ng kanilang parents. Biological fathers, including but not limited to. Okay? So, biological fathers or adoptive parent or those mga ama na may mga adopted child. So, syempre iba yung minsan iba yung approach na ginagamit natin in taking care of our own biological children and our adoptive children. Okay? So, especially hindi natin yun kadugo or hindi talaga natin kumbaga biological child. So, medyo talaga siya, kumbaga medyo nangangailangan talaga or kailangan talaga ng guidance ng father, especially pag tawag nito, hindi pa siya or wala siyang enough knowledge when it comes to parenting. Okay? Even legal guardians. Next is solo father, returning migrant or FW, released prisoners, persons with disability, and adoptive father and newlywed husbands. Especially the newlywed husbands and yung mga walang enough na kaalaman when it comes to family life and child care, 'di ba? Like for example, in some cases, nabuntis yung babae, napagdesisyonan ng parents na ipakasal, tapos wala siyang kaalam-alam when it comes to child care. So that is actually a big adjustment sa kanya. Okay? Malaking adjustment 'yun sa kanya. And minsan doon nagkakaroon ng paghihirap yung father in providing the needs of the family and including the children. Next naman is persons with disability, those father na may disability. Okay? Both kumbaga innate na disability and kumbaga disability by accident. So especially ito yung worry ng mga father na kumbaga kung magiging disabled sila, paano na lang nila ipoprovide yung needs ng kanilang family. And they don't want to become burden sa mga anak nila or burden sa kanilang wife. Released prisoners, of course, ang stigma ng ating society towards ex-convict is medyo iba. Okay? And ang epekto nun sa bata is also negative. At the same time, may mga fathers din naman na kung saan hindi nila nakasama yung anak nila for a long period of time at medyo nalalayo na yung damdamin ng mga anak nila or nalayo yung loob ng mga anak nila sa kanilang papa. Okay, so isa din ito sa target ng ERPAT move. So, returning migrants or FWs, so isa din ito. In some studies na nakandak, especially those parents na nag-abroad while kumbaga baby pa lang or infant pa lang yung bata, iniwan nila sa kanilang asawa, tapos or mga parents, yung mga lola ng mga anak nila. So, usually yung mga bata is medyo malayo yung loob sa kanila. Okay? Kasi nga, hindi sanay yung bata na makipag-interact sa kanila. Depende na rin yun kung paano nilalapit ng guardian or ng, kumbaga, naiwang parent dito sa Pilipinas, yung loob ng bata doon sa, kumbaga, OFW nila na papa. Okay? So, may some cases naman na kumbaga nilalapit talaga ng mother or ng parent or ng lola at lolo ng bata yung loob nila sa kanilang father, which is good. Okay? Organized father groups like faith-based organizations, surrogate fathers, foster father, guardian, caretaker. So fathers who are members of barangay-based organizations like Barangay Tanod, fathers who are members and would be members of the men opposed to violence against women and everywhere. So next is who benefits ERPAT. Sino ba nakakabenepisyo ng programang ito? So aside from fathers, including their families and communities, all members of men opposed to violence against women everywhere or the MOVE benefit from ERPAT. Okay, so sa madaling salita, MOVE is separate from ERPAT. Okay, so MOVE is probably a group and ERPAT naman is kumbaga, when we say ERPAT, ang target nito ay lahat ng fathers, while ang MOVE naman is just a selected number of people or those people na kumbaga nagkakaroon ng membership sa group na ito. Okay, so maliban sa fathers, again, isa sa nakakabenepisyo ng programang ito are members ng tinatawag natin na MOVE. Okay, who implements ERPAT? Of course, we have the Local Social Welfare and Development Office or LSWDO, who are the direct implementers of the ERPAT. Meanwhile, the DSWD, through its field offices, provide technical support to the LSWDO. Lastly, father leaders are the main actors in the community level of ERPAT implementation. Okay, so the primary implementer of this program are the DSWD, down to the local level or the Local Social Welfare and Development Office. Okay, from LSWD naman down to the community. Okay, so father leaders also implement this one. Okay, they usually lead the group and kumbaga take lead of the fathers on how to, or I mean take lead of the fathers to engage in this program or this group. Okay, ERPAT service components: number 1, advocacy and social mobilization, organization and strengthening of fathers association, capability building and training, networking and alliance building. So these are the services of ERPAT. So here's the mission, vision. Then of course we have these ERPAT association officers. So this is usually identified pag nasa community level na. So we have the president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, auditor, and public relation officer, and peace skirting officer. So to those social work students, especially when conducting community organization, isa ito sa programa na pwede nating i-offer to the community. Okay, especially in communities na kung saan medyo mataas yung rate ng domestic violence, or in addition, pwede din naman siya as a preventive measure, as for preventive na, or to prevent the existence of domestic violence in the community. Okay, so we just have to conduct some TNA or conduct some kumbaga evaluation and analysis sa community problem kung kailangan talaga. And pwede naman, since we are organizing a community, so let's kamustahin natin yung mga sectors, especially the fathers, kamusta sila. So if ever they need this one or gusto nila i-enhance yung capability nila and their effectiveness as father, then pwede natin gawin ito. Okay, let's we just have to kumbaga link with proper agencies for guidance. Syempre, you are students and you lack knowledge about this one, okay, or limited knowledge when it comes to this one. So we need professionals, or we need trained social workers to do this one. So we have to coordinate with them. Okay, so I think this ends my presentation. So hindi ko na isasali yung ibang parte ng slides because let's just focus with kumbaga with the purpose and the definition of this program. So yun lang.